Bro, those boots are killer. Hey, you want to check out my studio? I'll show you the latest episode of Petite Pet Portraits. This series, it's my YouTube show.
Do you always begin conversations this way?
Come on, raise your hand if you want to watch me paint. I knew you did. Let's go.
Petite Pet Portraits with the artist Algernon.
Hey everybody. Welcome back to my cozy little corner of the internet. It is I, the artist Algernon. You can call me Derek. Today, we're going to jump right into it. And she's going to jump right into the shot so she can be on camera, like the ham that she is.
Today we paint Westley. I realized probably about 10 seconds before I sat down to start editing this footage that the name of the dog, Westley, tied into the last painting that I did for Inigo Montoya. My assumption, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, whoever the owner of this painting is, that they named the dog Westley because of what appears to be a black mask that covers the eyes and the top of the head, like the character from The Princess Bride. We interrupt this painting for a coffee break, which means story time. Here's a fun little story about my t-shirt.
I want to tell you the story of this t-shirt. I got it from when I entered a street chalk drawing contest. And I do chalk signs as one of the things for income. As an artist, it's, I think the kids call it a side hustle. The old man still got it. So I got this in a swag bag. Another really cool thing that I know, because I'm a really cool guy. I have to be because I'm an artist, right? So I wear this t-shirt because it's a reminder of how I walked into an artistic situation. I wouldn't call it overconfident. I just figured anything I've ever done, I've been able to just fly by the seat of my pants and not even bat an eyelash and somehow either come out on top or at least somewhere close. Not this time. I walked into that. I had never drawn anything remotely, aside from like setting up a hopscotch thing on, chalk on the ground. Aside from that, I'd never really drawn on concrete. I showed up, and part of the contest is they supply you with the chalk, and you work with what you got. Well, these people showed up with brushes and like canned air, and I got smoked. So this shirt is the reminder to stay on my toes. I took an artistic ass whipping. It keeps me hungry, keeps me hungry. Anyhow, I'm gonna get back to painting. Not to those coffee brews.
Now back to painting. This painting came together okay in the beginning, obviously roughing it in. Roughing it in. The dog puns, man, they're everywhere. Much like dog hair. So, I laid this thing in very quickly. Man, I got jammed up towards the end. There was like 4 times I thought this painting was done. And I looked at it, I was like, nope. But this part, I was chugging along, gliding. Felt like I was on a cloud of ability. Whiskers, look at that. This is the part where I started to get jammed up, and you can tell because of how blocky the movement is, because I had to speed up what would normally be the wrap-up section. Anytime you see that, that means this guy behind the microphone right now got to a point where he thought he was done, and he realized he was wrong. And I think what makes a good artist a great artist is knowing when you're wrong. Apply that to anything in life, really. Just being honest with yourself, fixing what you messed up, or admitting when you can't do any better. That's going to happen sometimes. But for my dollar, I say just push through it, whatever it is. Anyhow, I'm not here to hand out life lessons. I'm here to talk about this painting. And the reason I kept picking up the painting was that I couldn't see what was going on. Got that tricky light. I talk about it every episode. It's that tricky lighting. But at this point, the sun fell nicely in the sky where I could see them highlights, and see how much depth gets added to a painting where you have this like purple gray, but that gray purple, warm purple, it's got some orange in there, you can see. That's where the dog starts to really come to life. To be full on honest, like, those are the best moments. When you realize you got the right color, you find your groove, and you just start to see those really authentic colors. Because that's when it starts to, that's when the colors start to really vibrate and resonate. And for this guy, like this little buddy right here, are you kidding me? That's the look that I get from my dog. I think every dog owner has that, where you look at your little buddy and, oh man, they're looking up at you, so loving. Like, could you please pet me just a little bit? Kind of a face. I love that. Miss Maybelline does that to me all the damn time. And I'm a sucker. I fall for it every time, but that's why we have these pets. But Westley here, he's, it's almost done. I spent a lot of time on the clothes in the closet. The visor blinds, or whatever you call those. Anyhow, I think it's time for the wrap-up segment. So here we go.
Alright, gang. Every time I declare myself done, I find 5 or 6 more things that I need to do to the painting. This is it. I'm done after this. I swear. So, first things first. This warmth, this beautiful kind of turquoise and adobe and sand color. What am I naming? My naming colors for J. Crew are Sherwin-Williams, neither to which are sponsors of this podcast. If you would like podcast, what is this? Are we on YouTube? Yeah, we're on YouTube. If Sherwin-Williams or any other, or J. Crew or any company wants to sponsor me, by all means, hook a brother up. I don't want free house paint. I'm talking that straight cash, homie. Straight cash. right, so what I'm doing here, literally just mixing complementary colors. This turquoise and adobe, that's why that was popular in the 90s, is because it vibrates. When you put those two colors together, they create a vibrational effect that is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated color combinations. And since everything in the climate of today revolves around 90s retro and the alternative movement, as they called it back then, whether it be music or lifestyle or whatever, we've got times that are very reminiscent. And here's a little pro tip for you, kiddies. When situations like that come up, historically, things go almost like back in time and replay themselves. And that's what, we're kind of going through the 90s again. Tumultuous time. But what I will say, and here's my comment, I don't care who hears it. What they're labeling alternative music now is hilariously not even close, and really tone deaf, figuratively and literally. There's a lot of atonal music that doesn't have any real melody to it. It's more reliant upon the beat and stuff like that, and that's fine. It is not for me. Like what you like. But I'm gonna keep listening to the stuff that gets me high, like rock and roll, like real rock and roll. As far as modern bands, I think there's some really cool rock out there. You want to hear more about what I'm listening to, by all means, hit me up. I'll respond for sure. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's the dog. Look at that buddy. Well, we've reached the end here. Thanks for stopping by and supporting your man, the artist Algernon. So there's nothing left to do except say, hey, cheers to another great painting. Be well, everyone. That's good coffee.